By the end of this video, you will learn how to set up your Systeme.io account, which includes all the basic settings, the funnel setups, the email configuration, what contacts and tags, and how you can set up simple little automations. And I'll also be here to answer any of your questions that you might have about Systeme and how it all works. Now, I'll leave all of the links in the description below, and if you're not yet a user of Systeme.io, be sure to use my affiliate link below, because I'll also be giving away my extended automation training to show you how to take Systeme.io to the next level, as well as a few other perks from my Brainy Automations membership area. Now, before we get started, I just want to show you that I actually do use Systeme in my marketing campaigns. So what you're learning here is from someone who has now generated quite a substantial amount of money in the last 100+ days. So I'm going to be showing you the same setup that I've been doing that has enabled me to generate 432 leads and $18,000 on the platform. However, I'm going to be creating a brand new account with you so you can see everything from scratch. So go ahead and click the registration link below in this video and you'll be taken to this free access page. So the first thing we want to do is enter in our email address and then do get my free account. Now, when you do use the link below, you'll actually get exclusive offer where you can get it even cheaper than the standard $27 per month. But if you're not looking to invest yet, there are still many free features that's just as good. You'll want to open up your email account and click the confirmation link. Now we'll enter our password and now you're in the account. So the first thing that we want to do is head over to the right of the page and go to settings. You can configure your profile information such as your individual name or your company detail. You'll want to change the account, time zones and date format to match where you are in the world. Next, you'll want to connect your payment gateways. And to do this, just click on the account that you want to connect and then you'll fill out the information. If you're not sure how to get this information, there's a link right here that will show you step by step on how to fill everything out. In order to start using the payment options of Systeme, you will need to connect the relevant payment gateways. But these helpful documentations are extremely easy to use and follow, and you'll be up and running within 10 minutes. Next, jump over to payment pages, and this is where you can change the terms and conditions of everything and what appears in your sales invoice footer. Under sales funnels, you can add your own tracking code. So if you want to put in your Facebook pixel across all of your funnels or any sort of heat map tracking, you can do that in this area. You also have the ability of an affiliate program, and this basically means that if you want other people to earn through your product, say them getting a 40% commission every time they generate a sale, your product or your funnels will generate an affiliate link, and you give that affiliate link to each partner or affiliate that you want promoting your product. If you're not going to be using the subdomain of Systeme, you're going to want to add your own domain. And to do this, you would click add domain and then you would enter your domain name. And once again, you can follow these instructions right here, which are found just on this link. And it really depends on what domain registrar you're using will dictate the overall process. But ultimately, if you just add these DNS settings right here, once again, it shows you proper examples and the exact formatting you're looking for, you'll be up and running pretty fast. You would add your domain in and do save. You will then grab this information and pull it into your name servers and then wait for it to propagate. It can take approximately 24 hours, but it can be as short as 10 minutes. So you'll just have to keep on checking until it's connected. But it will tell you right here and it will say ready to use. Next, you'll jump back over to emails, and where it says click here to confirm your email address, you want to type in an email and then do save. We want to add these in so we can send all the notifications and payment emails and contact information from our actual email address, so we can keep everything and all the branding congruent. Now once this is verified, we'll scroll down and you would simply enter the email address and the sender name. To check everything's working, just leave this checked and it will send you an email just showing you what it looks like and if it's actually coming through. So it's a good way to check if it's working. In the static footer area, at the end of every email that's sent out, you can have a generic footer area, perhaps some form of email signature or unsubscribe information or a general disclaimer. And now that we've done this, just go ahead and save, and then just go ahead and save. Let's go back to the dashboard. Now that we've set up all the settings, the next step is just to get a feel of what all of these areas actually are. So in a nutshell, you have your main navigation at the top, and all of these menus are broken down into sub-menus. The dashboard will show a snapshot of what's going on, like how many leads have come into the system and how many sales you've made. And then hovering over the main dashboard, you can also see the same for your affiliate and your student dashboard or the general marketplace. The general marketplace is a collection of other people's products that you can either buy or market as an affiliate and earn some money. So if you don't have any products at the moment, you can go through this and have a look at what it's offering and even promote the offer. And every single time this sells, you could earn 20% of the sale price. The contacts tab is kind of like your own little CRM system. So it shows all of your contacts who you've either imported into the system or who have purchased something from you. You can filter it all or even add your own contact. What's really cool about this is you can also add a custom field. So if you have specific information or you need the system to match what sort of information you collect, you can actually add your own field. So let's say that we want to add some social media input fields. So we can say Facebook link and we do save. And now we have the Facebook profile link. We can say LinkedIn. And again, we can just save it like that. And here we have the Facebook and the LinkedIn. So we'll go ahead and quickly create a contact and we'll do save. And now we have our contact here. To import contacts, click the import contact. It will provide step-by-step instructions on how to import the contact. You can also subscribe them to a certain campaign if they just belong to one specific campaign, and even add new tags to each of these contacts. So it's a really simple way to add people into the system. Now you might be wondering what tags are used for, and tags are incredibly helpful. We're going to come back to the tags section shortly because there's an overall there's a bigger picture on how to use the tags, but ultimately segmenting our audiences and providing certain automations to fulfill our orders with our customers. But I'll be clearer shortly. Let's move on to the funnel side of things. So the funnel side of things is where you're going to be spending most of your time. This is where we create the sales pages and the upsells and the downsells and all of that good stuff. To get started, click create, and now we want to name the funnel. We're going to be creating a really simple funnel. So let's just say we're a pet store. Now, if you've added your own custom domain and it's verified, it will show up here and you can change the domain name. Now we need to decide what is the purpose of the goal. Are we just collecting email address, or are we trying to sell a product or a service, or are we building a custom funnel from scratch? Let's go ahead and do sell. Now we can change the currency to whatever we want. I'm just going to leave it at euro, but almost every currency it's here. We're then going to do save, and now we have our first funnel. We'll click on it, and what you'll see here is an order form and a thank you page. Now before we jump into the order form, I actually want to add a new step, and this step is going to be the sales page. And then for the type, we have all of these different categorized pages, but we are going to do sales page and then do save. On the left, we can drag and drop the order of these pages. So for us, the funnel is going to be they come to our sales page for more information, and this is the thing that's going to sell them. They then click on a button to go to the order page, and then once they've purchased, they will go to the thank you page. So the first step is choosing a template, and we are forced to choose a template to start off with, but we can just delete everything from the page if we don't like it. We're going to select this template here. We can change the URL if we want to, and we can get into all of these different options shortly. Let's go ahead and do edit page, and now we have a drag and drop builder. Now if we just scroll down, we have a look and it's got all the main components. We're not going to build a sales page from scratch. We'll show you some of the basics on how to do everything. When you hover over each element on the page, to clarify, an element is an object, a thing on the page. You've got an image and then rows and then sections and text. These are all elements. And when we click on it, new options will show on the left. And this is where we can change the font size, the line height, different style fonts, add a text background if we wanted to, change the spacing at the top or bottom, and if we want to make it visible on just mobile devices or desktops. And one thing for those of you who like to add a bit more finesse with your own code, you can find the ID attribute at the end of each section whenever you click on the element. To add new elements to the page, just simply have a look at which element you want and then click and drag, and you can add the element right there. Hover over it and you can delete it. And then let's say you want to carry sections over to a new funnel. Well, you can't copy and paste, but what you can do is hover over the section, click save, and then you can name the section whatever you want. So we can just say section 1. And if you want to create a master block, this means that whenever you edit one section across all of your other funnels using this block, it will edit across all of your funnels. So unless it's like a footer or a header or something along those lines, I wouldn't click this button. So we'll do create. And now if we go up and then click on blocks and then my blocks, you can see we have that section, and we can, let's just delete this and then drag this back in, and we've got it right there, ready to be edited. And now this will show up on all of our other funnels. Now we can also add our own pop-ups by clicking pop-ups and then add pop-up, and there's our pop-up, which we can edit pop-up settings and configure whether we want it to show close button or pop up automatically or anything on those lines. If you don't like the pop-up, just delete it like that. If we click on the settings tab and scroll down, we can add custom events like Facebook tracking events or a header code or a footer code in this area. And if you're on one of the paid plans, don't worry about the powered by Systeme.io badge because you can just untoggle it right here. Okay, so let's talk about the next step. Now, this is the sales page. So the next step is when someone clicks on this button, what do we want them to do? So we'll click on the button, and where it says action when button is clicked, we can change the settings specific to what we're after. Now, what we're actually after is them to go to the next step in our funnel. So the next step will be next step URL, but you can change it to, if you've got a form, submit the form, or show the pop-up, or download a file, or open up an external URL. But for our case study, it is next step URL. We're going to do save changes, and let's just have a quick look. Here's the sales page looking good. Now we'll click the exit button, and that is the first step of the sales page done. The next step is clicking on the order form, and we want to select a payment page. I'm going to select this payment page, and once again we can change the URL. Now, because this is a sales page, we actually need to add a product to the sales page, and to do that we would simply click the digital product or the physical product. We're going to focus on digital products because I'm a digital marketer, but the physical product is basically the same. Now under resources, we're going to click on resources, and then we're going to decide what they're going to have access to after they've purchased the product. So we can simply say they're going to have access to courses, and then we will select the course there. But we don't have a course, so we're going to create that shortly. And we'll follow this same procedure for price plans and coupon. Now if we head to the edit page, this is where we can customize all the form fields. So very simply, if you want to add a new form, you'll just go to the form input, drag it in, and then choose what sort of form input you want to have it as. And now we have our payment system, which you can modify. And if you want to add something called bump orders, which is a great way of getting the average order value up, just scroll down and you'll see order bump, and maybe put the order bump right here. And then you can toggle and edit the text inside, then do save changes and exit out of it. So let's just have a quick look at what we've done before we continue. So we've created this sales page, we've connected it so it will now go to the order page when they click the button, and we've also added a bump order. And because we've not connected a payment system to this account, it won't show the payment options, but just know once you've connected that, it will show and it will do the auto calculating for us. Now let's talk about automation rules. So we're going to go to the order form and go to automation rules. We're going to click add rule, and when there is a new sale or any one of these things, we can do something. So let's say the customer has purchased something. We'll do the new sale, open that up and do add action. We have numerous different choices to choose from subscribing them to a custom campaign or adding a tag. Personally, I like to work with tags, so that's what I'm going to show you because it's a lot more robust, and when you're working with multiple different funnels all offering kind of the same offers or selling the same style product, it's a much easier way of and less of a setup doing it this way. So let's say we want to add a tag. So when the person purchases a product, add a tag, and we're going to create a tag. So we're going to say pet supply course access. Okay, we've now created our first tag, which is pet supply course access. We're then going to do save rule, and we know that because there's a sale, they've now have this tag to them. But what does that mean? Why do we need the tag? Well, if we go over to campaigns, we can create an email and we'll call this send product info. So once you've created it, you can then go ahead and create your own emails and start sending them to these people who have subscribed to the campaign or the tag. You can also add in your own automated rules and workflows. So for example, when there's a new rule, and we've already set this up previously in our funnel, we would click on this and you can add further things. So when there's a new sale in this form, add a tag, add an additional action like subscribe to campaign. The campaign is this one, and then do save rule, and then that will send to the customer. You can also add your own workflows. So we'll just call this one unsubscribe and do save. Inside unsubscribe, we can say the first is when a campaign is completed, which is the send product info, do create, and then we can say a decision, which is if the email was opened, then do this, or if the email was clicked. So the yes option would be action and then unsubscribe from the campaign. If it's no, it can be delay, and then let's just say 3 hours, and then we can add another one, which is action, choose, and then we can just send a custom email, or we can subscribe them to the campaign again and it will get sent out. So you can see it's quite extensive of the sort of automations you can do, but ultimately it's just a workflow that enables you to work more hands-free. Now, if you wish to add products, you can do that in the products area, and this is where you can add physical product, coupons, courses, communities. So example, let's go to courses. We can add a new course. Course title could be pet supply training. Choose the page, choose the funnel step, and now we have the course. So we'll just go here, add a module, so mod 1, and we can add lectures. So let's just go with this one. Do save, and then we can edit it just like what we're used to. And if we like the template that we've created, we can simply just duplicate and keep going down that path. Overall, this is the simplicity of Systeme.io and how to get up and running as fast as possible. Being realistic, you should be able to get up and running within just a few hours from purchasing, learning, and executing what you're actually after. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.